Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending where you are. I have been up for just over an hour. I have been with the Snugglebug. She's not here at the moment because she's trying to get me outside with her. But seeing that people are actually here, I got freaking butterflies. Like nervous. So I'm just gonna this was 20 minutes ago. She came, she got the fresh water that she believes is hers. Might as well be. As long as she's drinking water, that's what matters, right? So, what are you guys getting up to today? I know that Inca has gone for dinner, and as somebody who just had 2 oatmeal chocolate chip cookies as their breakfast, it's got to be more fulfilling than that. So, hi kitten. Yes, welcome home, boo. She just came inside. So we got some kitty time. Yay. Ooh. Now, I've never used vellum. Is it relatively easy to format in it, or is it like time consuming? Sorry for the crinkle noises. My tablet just told me that its battery is dying. Very easy. Nice. Vellum is for writing, correct? Like Notion's for images and vellum's for writing. Well, I'll just let you know what I'm working on right now. Today's image is essentially what is known as a carpet page. And the carpet page, what I've done last year is something called diapering, which is where you have a very geometric pattern in the background, and it fills the entire page. And actually, the drawer right next to me, I can just pull out last year's and show you. Last year's diapering. It's kind of like this effect in the background over here. That's called diapering. Oh, very cool about vellum PDFs. Well, I thought that's what you meant when you said that, but okay. So this is diapering, and you will usually see it. Thank you, Jennifer. You'll usually see it in the background of medieval paintings and charters and all that fun stuff. It is very, like I said, geometric pattern to fill the space. When we get to a carpet page, like this one, that is where, if you're looking at old books, like the Book of Kells, you'll see an entire page, or the only image on the page is something like this, and that's called a carpet page. And that is what I am working on today, is a very, very simplified version of a carpet page. I'm just reading through Jennifer's comment a few days ago. Aw. Hey, as long as all you're doing is digitally stalking, it's called being a fan, right? And I am also a writer of the steamy, although I haven't figured out scene connections. I write scenes. I'm not good at the in-betweens. I have a bunch of books I'm supposed to be reading to teach me how to do the in-betweens, but I'll eventually read them. Yeah, when I saw that Sarah had a 3 hour gap between our streams, I was so relieved, because when I started doing these ones, it was essentially like, who isn't streaming and who is? I don't want to step on anybody's toes. I don't want to overlap. And that's where I went with my choice of, for me, noon. Oh. Ah. Like I said, I got like butterflies in my stomach. There's actually people here. We're chatting. This is crazy. No, you know what? Introverts make amazing stalkers because we're used to doing things behind the scenes and quietly, and draw as little attention to us as possible. The first credit card application I ever applied for was one of those ones at the mall kiosks. And when the woman asked me my occupation, I said night stalker because I worked overnights at Walmart. And she wrote it down as stalker, and I just laughed, and she apologized, and I was like, no, that could be it too. I could be the stalker if you wanted. Night stalker sounds like a fantastic criminal. Or a justice, like vigilante justice, the night stalker. So, all right. So, what I'm working with is a circle stencil, and it's straight edge to work on here. I've got my 05 pen. I've got the timer, so where you guys are working on your writing, go ahead. I do put on music. I have Lofi Vibes set up. So feel free to turn down the sound of me. When the music ends, that's when I talk. So yeah, these are pretty fantastic. I have the multiple pack with the ovals and rectangles and all the different sizes. All right, so I've got that. By our next break, I should be ready for the painting. But our 30, hi, welcome home, baby girl. Our 35 minutes has begun. You may see Panda appear on here. Good luck on whatever you're working on. Let's get into it. Welcome back. I have screwed up so much, and I am just very happy that as long as the paint is thick enough, it'll cover up all these mistakes. I forgot when I was doing the stenciling that I used 2 different stencils. So when I tried to do the inner circles, it's and I went over because I hadn't drawn the border. So oh well, at least while they're called artist trading cards, I have no intention of trading them. For me, they're more like skill building. But yeah. Yeah, I'll show you the oopses nice and up close. All the extra lines around there and here in the out of shape circle, that little oop. So like I said, they're for me. If you noticed, we had a solid 15 minutes, maybe 20 of Panda. That's how I can get 3-hour streams. My snuggle butt. Love you, baby. But she's had some food. I've closed the door because I'm freaking cold, but she can still go to the window. Yeah. Don't worry. She's a very clingy snuggle butt. And thank you. Yeah. Like I said, luckily, if I put the paints on thick enough, they'll cover that. I'm gonna pop this over here. Let's see. Trying to think where's a good example of that. Oh yeah. This is day 3, so 4 weeks ago. I'm doing a week. These right here at the top, I had drawn the black line because I didn't look, but they're covered nicely by the paint. So, yay! Yeah, I noticed a lot of us creatives. We have our furry babies with us. Yeah. So that's what I did or didn't do. So what did you guys get up to? And thank you for the encouragement, Jennifer. While you're typing, what I'm going to be doing once we get back to the next sprint is I'm going to erase the pencil and then start on the painting. Still formatting, yeah. Sarah, are you working on a bunch of different files, or is this like individual chapters you're working on? Or is it just because it's a really big file, like a really big document you're formatting? Aww. I'm sorry for your loss, Jennifer. I constantly worry because, it hit me so hard. Essentially, I consider this week Panda's birth week because she was discovered supposedly in April when they took her. She's a feral. And, this year is 6 years. Like, November will be 6 years I've had her. So right, like this week would be, as I've dubbed it, her birthday week. I have deaths at both ends of April, like hard-hitting deaths. So I needed something bright and uplifting. So I figured middle of April's her birthday. But that makes her 6. And she's an indoor-outdoor cat. So it's like that devastation of the realization, oh my God, she's like, if I'm lucky, she's middle-aged. If I'm extra lucky, she's still a baby. I mentioned in my Sweet stream crawl on the weekend that depression had me on the edge, and the only thing that stopped me was knowing she'd starve after she ate my body. And since then, she's become my whole freaking world. Oh no. Well, Sarah, I'm glad that you had the originals that you can recreate. That's like, oh, that would be terrifying when it happened, and so relieving when you realized you still have the originals. I hope you also have them all on external hard drives. I'm not sure. Here's mine over here. Yeah. Before I started the stream today, I've transferred all of mine onto here. But I also have 4 other drives that I have everything backed up onto. I have stuff on the laptop backed up to the PC. Oh, nice. I see Jennifer got 617 words. That's good progress. Yes, exactly. The multiple backups. It's the only way we can tell ourselves everything's safe. See, I like to do the little bit longer sprints because I know it takes that time for my brain to stop being distracted. Oh, I think most of mine are just the ones you get at Costco for cheap. I call them cheap, but you know, like the 2 terabytes and 4 terabytes for under $200. Yeah. I think Seagate is one of them. Now my brain is having a moment of where did I put stuff? Oh, because it's plugged into the computer. I just get a bunch of them off Amazon, honestly. I have the USB plug and play for the stuff that I'm currently working on, so I can move between devices. And then I take that and I plug it into the PC and transfer copies to the bigger hard drives so that I've always got the fresh backup. It's extra steps, but it's extra security. Oh. All right. Well, Sarah, I hope that it keeps going smooth for you, knock on wood. And Jennifer, good luck on getting the rest of the words. I'm going to erase and paint. So I will see you guys. I will see you guys in just under 34 minutes. Totally got focused on that painting there and almost missed the start of the break. When I did miss the start, but you know. So, what did you guys get up to for that one? Ooh, Heather's got her meeting. Got the get you modded, like I said yesterday. There we go. Ooh. I'm just reading Rita's comment here, and it was like, for a moment I thought genuine 12-year-old with injuries, not story 12-year-old with injuries. So it threw me for a moment, but hooray for edits to catch that kind of stuff, right? And thanks. I've totally deviated from the original. I wasn't supposed to put the graph lines in the background, but instead I'm going to use them as where I put the background color. But that's the whole point of an interpretation or an brain moment. Not interpretation, but inspiration. That's the whole point of being inspired by something. Sweet. All right, Sarah, thank you so much for coming by, and thank you for bringing Jennifer with you. And I hope that your day goes good and the errands are accomplished in a speedy manner. I will possibly see you tomorrow, depending on when I wake up. I see Jennifer got 286 words. Well done. Getting progress made on your story. Are you also working on filler, or like, do you not have the problem I do, where it's like, I can write scenes, sure, but I can't connect them? And Rita, yeah. At least you caught it before publishing. Unless you publish by chapters, in which case, oops. Now, I get a lot of my inspiration from my dreams. And I'll ramble in my sleep-addled mind into the microphone on my phone and like narrate what I dreamt about. I do have an actual dream journal, but I've put it at my desk, so I don't think to use it. And I have the problem of, as soon as I'm awake, Panda's in the zone for snuggles. Well, yeah, it's, usually when you're writing things down, it goes slower than your mouth. So I figured, hey, just talk it out into the microphone, and there we go. Fingers crossed for Rita that this edit ends up being the final one. Gotta get those proofs out there so that you can get the book sold. And yes, my brain just combined sold and sell. So it's sold. So I'm sitting here now thinking about food. I feel like I could have this batch of cookies I made yesterday finished today because I ate 6 of them. No, I ate more than that. I ate definitely 8. And then today I've already had 2. I'm gonna have 2 more. And I've got a cookie jar that is just a stack of cookies. But luckily, for the other weekend, I bought almost 10 pounds of oats, quick oats. So I'm gonna have lots of cookies. Oh no! Not. Did you get a hold of the store and at least get a refund since they didn't provide your pretzels? I've had that happen a couple times where I specifically ordered an item and they said they sold it to me, but it wasn't there. Like, I don't care if it's store credit. I want my goodies. Yeah, exactly. Like, refunds are fine, but it doesn't give me the pretzels right now. I've been struggling this week to actually work on my writing. And depending on how long this goes, I might try to do some more. I know when I did the pop-up sprint on Tuesday, I managed to get 4 more finished. So that's essentially 50, 10, around 1,700 Excel cells filled in on the document. So definitely progress. All right, so we have Rita doing edits. Jennifer's working on her writing. I've got a huge world build for a series, and I have roughly 300 scenes written amongst that series. But like I said, connecting them to break them into the different books, it's definitely a legacy. Oh, 358 characters, 10 pets. There'd be more if my Sims 4 would install properly so I could have more pets. But 10 of them that are definitely there. Yeah, so yeah, that's why I literally have binders of character bios printed out. I have binders with their family connections so I don't accidentally cause incest. I've got like their work uniforms and what their jobs are, so they're all interconnected that way. And the document I'm working on is who knows who and how. So I'm being very creative so that I don't have to be creative, if that makes sense. Right? So that is our standard overlap of me chatting. Yeah. And someday I'll have videos uploaded of how I do my world build. Alright. Whatever you guys are working on, I hope it goes smoothly, and I will see you in 33 minutes. Okay, we have been here 2 hours. Well, if you've been here since the start. I don't know if you saw during that sprint, but I waved a cookie in your face to remind you to eat something, and I tapped my water bottle to signify if you have not had any water today, you should really consider it. Whatever you're having for hydration, have some. If you haven't stretched yet today, you should do that. If you're like me and you forget to get up and move around, take this moment to stand up from your chair and just, like I said, stretch. If you can stand up from your chair, move your neck around, maybe move your arms, just get some blood circulation going. If you've been holding in your bladder, go take care of that. But I am doing pretty good with this. Just gotta pause my overhead. I'm on the last section of color, and I am debating if I should throw in extra detailing. Maybe get out one of my fine liners to add all those lines and dots. But the simplest in me says, no, keep it simple, stupid. Give it a kiss. Welcome back, Heather. Yep, still on. Got at least one more sprint out of me. It sounds like in Jennifer's case, the last sprint was her sprint to get up and move around and do stuff. And, thank you. I've got... I was going to use a different blue for the darker sections, but I liked how the tones worked together. So I went with that one. Like the light blue really pops when compared to the darker colors on here. But like I said, as you can see in the inspiration image I had up, it was like definitely varied, deviated from it. But I don't mind. As I said, this is about being creative. Whatever you're working on, that is what my sprints are about. About keeping you motivated to get stuff done, even if it's folding your laundry, which, as I say that, mine is still sitting in the dryer from yesterday. I had it in the machine for 10 hours before I remembered, oh, I should go turn on the machine yesterday. They are supposed to be artist trading cards. And what I have down at the bottom, you won't be able to see it, is what the prompt was, plus the date. If I do give them out, I'll cut them out so these little overages aren't as important because they'll get cut out. And on the back, I'll do the prompt, the date, my SCA name, and my mundane name. So SCA is the Society for Creative Anachronism. And that is what I do a lot of the artwork for, a lot of the painting. And they give out the awards to people who contribute to the activities, people who support others within it. And usually we get given, I'm just trying to see if I have one readily on hand. We are given these, oh yeah, they're right here staring at me. These jumbo, this jumbo thing, that is what is to be read. You get the section that you color in, and on the back they do the English and what the words actually say for the person giving out the award. this is one I've done. This camera setup isn't going to work for this. Dang it. I just don't want to be on film. But they give these out and we paint them in, like as if we're doing a coloring book of sorts. And then they're given out. And I've got a few that I've designed for myself, but I've never actually submitted for them to give out to other people. Oops. But what I'm doing here is not just like learning different things that I can design and draw and create, but I'm also working on my painting skills. And that every October is a challenge called Scribetober, where you get a prompt that you would find relating to medieval calligraphy or medieval charters or books, illumination, as we call this process. And I won the 2023 one by having finished works. They're all up on my channel. I won the 2023. So when it came time for 2024, I just wasn't feeling that challenge. But as a moderator in the community that's hosting the Scribetober, I wanted to make sure there was something done. So every day I did sketches. And some of them, I say every day, I did sketches for every day, but some weeks it was doing 5 of them in one day just to get it done. I'm just going to ramble through part at the start of the next sprint, but the whole, like, me deciding to ink and paint this was to encourage people to keep working on it, even though it's no longer October. It's past the deadline. The 2022's challenge I didn't finish until April. 2023, yay! Thank you. 2023, I managed to get done every day and filmed it and uploaded. And then, like I said, 2024 was just sketches. And I don't know if I'm going to do 2025, but I have it paced out that every week up until the beginning of October, I have one of these. I'm going to have one of these to ink and paint. Yeah, every single day of October, you want to do this kind of stuff. So, like I said, I'll get out the other book. The reason why 2022 took so much was I did a lot more detailed, a lot more complex. I put a lot of effort. Different styles with different pens. So, and then a twist on my heraldic device. And then this is where I think the last one I did in 2022 on the day it was supposed to be done was that one, October 8th. And then I started to fall off, started to take a bit more time, and it wasn't until April or March that I started up on the 14th. And that's when it was like everything got a lot more simple. Panda was working with me. She stepped on here, so like she had a rainy paw, so I just put the paint on it and made my word of choice cat. Exactly, better late than never. But like I said, I got a lot more simplistic as it went on. I tried to get back into doing a bit more detailing on the good days, but it was a case of keep it simple, stupid. So when it came to 2023, This one means big to small. But yeah, when it came 2023, I tried to, again, keep it a little bit easier on myself while still trying new stuff. Yeah, as I said, these videos are already up on my channel. There were more complex days. But in all, that was how I managed to actually win that year's challenge. And at the same time, I was getting ready for NaNoWriMo, which was still going on. Managed to win that too that year. Did not finish a book, but I think I got 80,000 words in November of that year. So 2022 was like, let's go. 2023 was, oh my god, we're finishing things. And 2024 was, meh, I'll work at my own pace. I did the rough draft challenge. Managed to get my target at that point was 40 of the things I'm still working on for this April's. And I managed to get 80. I just kept increasing my thing, so I doubled that target. Oh, definitely achieved my goal for that. And this year I'm being more realistic and went with 60. So, yeah. Like I said, these streams are about encouraging you guys to just do something. Even if it's only that little bit. Just do something. Right. And thank you. Thank you for the talented comment. I am an idea person, so it's a struggle to do the actual work. But I'm very creative mentally. Yeah, and that's what the rough draft challenge, I know realistically with my ADHD, I wasn't going to reach the same levels as last year, because I've also been a lot of days where I just get sucked into the YouTube videos. That trap of the shorts. So I've got a lot of days where I forced myself to just do one. And as I said, I'm already halfway to my target. I just got to keep it up. Have a few more good days where I'm getting 3 or 4 of them done. And it'll help. It'll help balance and hit my target. I'm just having my stretch. Yeah. It's so true. When stupid IG reels, they're all horrible for productivity. But okay, now that I have talked for 12 minutes, actually 14 minutes, thank you for listening to my ramble. I'm glad that you found it enjoyable. I'm going to set the timer back to 35 and we can go for another one. So again, whatever you're working on, I hope that it cooperates with you and you're enjoying it. Right? So I will see you in just over 35. this is going to be our last chat. In just a couple minutes, we have one other streamer tonight on the AuthorTube list. And I've got that in the comments. They are Somber Honey Books, and they have their own creativity sprint going on at what is 3 p.m. for me, 6 p.m. Eastern, if you wanted to head over to them. I'm going to do roughly 15 more minutes. Could even be 10, but I'll set the timer for 15 to finish up the redraws. Heather has shared a link to their latest, or her latest video up on the art channel, and I'm looking forward to watching it once I'm done with all this. It is, as mentioned, a gel print with illumination and the watercolor painting style. So similar to what I've got going on, I'm thinking, but I won't know until I watch the video. So that's there. I've pinned the location of the AuthorTube playlist. Essentially, it is a Excel, Google Docs spreadsheet that the lovely Rachel and Kat are in charge of. And then I'm stretching. I did get up at some point because, well, nature called. But, like I said, I'm going to do a 10-minute tidy up. Get that finished up. You can wrap up with me if you want. You can head over. I don't mind. I really appreciate that you guys have been here with me. And thank you, Jennifer, for all the conversation and engagement. I hope you've managed to get some writing done that you wanted to get done, and you feel good about what you've done today. I'm not going to complicate my artwork. I'm going to stop where it is, like I said. I'm not going to add extra details. I'm just going to keep it clean. As I said before, it doesn't look like the inspiration all that much, but I like what I ended up with. And in reality, that's the only thing that matters, is that I like it. I am here every Sunday, knock on wood, that my vertigo doesn't treat me do me dirty. It treats me well. Hope that works out. I will be here next week. I'm just gonna do the thing. Next week's stream is the insect. So I'm gonna be doing that beetle, working on it. This one, we'll be lucky if it's an hour. I'll probably do some writing afterwards because it's literally a black shadow. Same with the following week's, which is backlighting, which essentially means you see all the light and everything in front of it is dark, like a shadow. So that will be in 2 weeks. Next week will be the beetle type thing. Luckily, I've got the writing to work on, so that'll be good. Oh yeah, and it's not finished yet. My laptop is in the way. Move over laptop and paint trays. Yeah. On Tuesday, I will have the edited video up, which will show just a speed run to classical music of the creation of this, and it'll have the finished photo and the inspiration at the end of the video. So if you wanted to see the 5-ish minute video, that's what that'll be. I'm excited you're here as well, Jennifer. It'll be exciting to see how you guys progress and how your stories are going. If you're heading off, I just want to say that, again, I'm sorry about the loss, and I hope that your sister and yourself and your cats all get some good comfort amongst yourselves. Get extra snuggles in for them, because they're probably also still confused about where their friend has gone. So I hope you guys hang in there. Heather, I hope your meetings have gone well today, and that when you get up to fun with Kay, that you create something wonderful no matter what you're working on. Like I said, I will still probably do a wrap-up chat if anybody's still around, but it won't be for very long. Let you head over if you're going to continue working on some sprints. Like I said, Somber Honey. I'm going to pin that comment now, as opposed to the one. Alright, so if you want to find their link, want to go over to them, it's pinned up top. No goodbye pandas. She's either asleep at the top of her stairs or she's outside. I'm going to give her some fresh water after all this. Which means I'll be out in the sunshine, which... Vampire hiss. You can probably see it in my thumbnail. I have quite the widow's peak. I've been a nocturnal creature since birth. But we need it for the world to thrive, right? So, sunshine. Good. All right, Jennifer, I will, if your kitty playtime isn't over in 15 minutes, I will hopefully see you next week. I'm going to get myself, like I said, back over. I'm going to bring the timer down to 10 minutes. And if you're still here, yes. If you're off to do your own things, good luck, enjoy, and I will see you next week. All right. That is it for me today. My phone died right before I got back to finishing this. Perfectly fine, because it's better than it dying halfway through my recording. Yep. If you're still here, this is what I've created for a carpet page. Very simplified, very simplistic, and I like it. So, wrap it on up. Thank you so much to the people who joined me today. And like I said, absolute butterflies at the start, seeing any people. But yeah, I like what I did. I've got relatively simple works coming up in the next 2 weeks. Which means, as I said before, once the painting's done, I'll keep the timer going and get into my writing. Which also means you guys will probably be graced again with the view of the Excel as I work on it. Yeah, so that was day 7, aka week 7 of me streaming. I will be back noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday the 20th? Yes, Sunday the 20th. I hope to see some returners. And whatever you get up to this week, may it treat you good. Alright. So until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'm not gonna, oh god, I almost went Josh the RV nerd there. But yeah, take care, stay safe. If you got some pets, give them some love. Alright, bye.